So what do you guys think? Is having a job in high school at the age of 15 or 16 helpful for the future? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, did you guys have jobs when you were
Yes.
younger?
But it helps build character.
It does.
Yeah.
And it builds your experience in the outside world of dealing with people, and because you're going to deal with people every day of your life, no matter what job or what field you go into, you're dealing with people.
Yeah.
So if you have a part-time job where you're dealing with public relations, it does help.
Yeah, I started working at 14.
And a lot of people find what they want to do based on a part-time job or something that they've had when they were younger.
It definitely does look good too. If you don't it just looks good that you work and you do something outside of your everyday. You can go to school, do your thing, hang out with your friends, but then you always have something to go to, and plus money's always good.
Yeah.
Although the only downside is the second you get a job, your parents are I'm not buying you anything anymore.
Well, it depends on what it is.
It does depend
if you want that really cute top, then you have a job, you can pay for that yourself. But if you need this, then I'll get it for you. I don't know, that's how my parents are. It's need versus want, exactly.
But I've noticed there's a difference between teenagers that have had jobs and had to work for what they get,
for
and
sure.
then the ones that don't.
It's true, there are people who are so dependent on their parents that the second they need to find a job at an older age, they don't know how to handle it because they just give up. They're oh, well, I don't really need it anyway.
It's so helpful in high school too because it just looks really good on you, and the more you work, the more doors open for you.
Yeah.
It says here that CBC News report discusses a study where those who get part-time jobs at the age of 15 benefited by being able to time manage stress better, and were most successful 10 years later.
It does, because if you're, especially at the age of 15 or 16 when you're in high school, you have to balance the ability to do your homework, study on time, write your exams, because those marks do matter, because if you do want post-secondary education, you need to manage it. But if you're working at the same time, you have to balance out work-life balance kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it definitely does help. So then by the time you get to university, you're already, which kind of goes with what you said about people that did have jobs and people that never had a job. Once they get to university, they're oh, I should probably get a part-time job during my school year since I have all this time off. But they're oh, no, I gotta quit because I can't do my homework while working at the same time. I just can't do it.
I wasn't a very good student when I was younger, but then the second I got to high school and the second I started working, my grades
buckle down.
Went way up. I don't know, because I think just working, dealing with everything else, I worked 5 days a week, and I
on top of
high school, yeah. Could never do that in university, but
no.
I don't know, maybe,
but you still work. You still can do it.
So you can still do it. It's all about, again, time. And university's different though, different schedule. But yeah, I worked every day, after school, all the time, and I still got good grades. And it does push you. And I was the loser who did their homework during their spare period, just because I knew I had to go to work or whatever.
And being successful 10 years later, for sure, because if you put that on your resume, or you leave university and you write a resume applying for a job, and you're what work experience do you even have? You haven't done anything, or you lasted at a job for 2 weeks kind of thing. Whereas if you look at people who have a consistent job throughout the past years, oh, okay, they know these are all their skills, these are what they can do. So
or at least have some volunteering experience.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was just
volunteering as well.
Because it's not easy to get a job, especially in retail. I don't know what it is, but it's retail is really competitive, and and when I was when I had a job for the most part, but when I was looking for jobs, I found it always hard to compete with older students. If it was the summer, you competed with all the
university students that are all coming back.
Or whatever. So it is hard, but yeah, I definitely agree. Getting volunteer experience is better than nothing, because at least you see that you're out doing something, and you're doing something for other people. Get jobs. That's what I say. Get jobs.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for watching TalkU. I'm Michelle Hughes.
I'm Taylor Lewis.
I'm Angel Pantanarak.
See you next time.